Afghanistan are finding themselves increasingly under fire from the very people they've been training. In 2 recent incidents alone, 3 U.S. soldiers were killed and 7 more injured. RT's OBADIAH reports.
That's Camp Shaheen, a joint Afghan and NATO military base. It's here that a Taliban infiltrator turned his gun on coalition troops, injuring 7 American soldiers. Everyone who knew him or was friends with him is now under investigation, being questioned, though the base itself is still operational and training continues. What we can safely say is that from now on, after this latest incident, American troops will be looking at their Afghan allies with just that little bit more suspicion.
Green-on-blue attacks are when Afghan forces, either infiltrators or defectors, purposefully fire on coalition troops. It's been a Taliban tactic for years.
This is an achievement for the Mujahideen, who have managed to create mistrust among the enemy forces.
Such attacks peaked during Obama's troop surge. It got so bad that they rewrote the book on security.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
First, American soldiers training Afghans were assigned bodyguards. Then, all coalition troops were ordered to have their weapons loaded at all times. Afghan recruits were made to go through an 8-step vetting process, while an Inquisition-like body purged anyone it deemed radical. Yet, here we are.
Some breaking news out of Afghanistan. 3 U.S. service members are dead, a 4th wounded after a shooting reportedly carried out by a member of the Afghan military.
There's 7 U.S. Army soldiers that have been wounded in northern Afghanistan. Now, this comes a week after 3 U.S. Army soldiers were killed in a similar incident
To a deadly attack on American soldiers overseas.
2 attacks in the span of a week. 3 soldiers killed, 7 wounded. Sure, it's nothing like 2012, when green-on-blue violence killed or injured more than 100 troops. But the situation was different then. There were 15 times as many Americans in Afghanistan, and the Taliban was losing. Not so now.
Understand it's my responsibility. We're not winning in Afghanistan right now.
The Taliban is resurgent, taking over vast swaths of Afghanistan. Islamic State is also spreading across the country. The Afghan army, the coalition, are beset by challenges. Time for another troop surge.
Some additional forces from the United States will come to Afghanistan to take part in training and advising our national forces.
If 140,000 troops couldn't win this war, what difference will 4,000 make?
With these 4,000 troops, Americans cannot defeat Daesh and the Taliban in Afghanistan. They just want the fighting to continue so they can achieve their goals. With more American troops in Afghanistan, people will get more frustrated and insecurity will increase.
Afghans are pessimistic. They've heard it all before. Promises of security, victory. At the end of the day, how do you win a war when you can't even tell which of your allies is going to shoot you in the back?